Yo. It's me. It's day 9. Do I actually want this thing? Capacity 6 seems pretty good. They both have torch. I'm just going to switch one torch for another torch. You know what I mean? Oh, I got to open this. I got to go back. Here we go. I don't care about potions. I'm bad at using them anyways. So it seems like the gist of playing this game is swiveling left and right. Hunting, gathering, getting more money. I'm slippery. I have oil. So I just don't really want to do it yet. Shit. Ugh. So I got a question. If I just blow right through this, which I don't think I can, but if I were to try to blow right through this, can I skip past the level end point? Oosh. Ah, yes. Alright, well, this thing looks... What? What? I mean... And it always casts a 4 split? I mean, I'm gonna buy that almost certainly. Always casts water and drops a bunch of firebolt bombs. And how does this thing work? What? Alright, well, we're getting this one. Which one do I want to get out? Probably our basic one. Oh, shit. Oh, yeah, it can leave fire, huh? Okay, so, like, this takes so long to charge. Oh. Mana drain. Oh my god. I need something that charges like so fast, man. What about this? Oh, I see, because it launches through all of them. Alright, what about this? Okay, what if... Is there a... damn it. I love having such a stupid pile of stuff. Alright, everything just launches everything, okay? Oh my god. Maybe I actually fucked up. Like, this is pretty good, huh? I don't know what to do with this huge wand, though. Like, I mean, this is pretty sweet. 25 capacity? Like... What was this like when we had this in here again? This is probably the way that I'm going to equip it. We just shot until we were out of mana, right? This actually is, like, not good. I mean, that was fun to buy, but I actually really don't like a lot of the charge things. Oh shit. Okay, well, crap. Shit, I threw my water. Alright, I'm at 19 health. Okay, alright. Well, I am just gonna die to toxic sludge. That's fine. You can drink any liquid by holding down. It's super useful to know. I drink blood so slowly. Oh my god, this perk is horrible. I'm so glad I'm dead, man. I'm so relieved to have died. That was like 4 hit points. I gotta be honest, I generally don't like a lot of side grade perks. I generally don't. Just give me a perk. That's what I liked in Fallout, you know, you keep getting perks. Where's my Wandas? Do these explode? Yeah. Wait, whoa, what? Huh, look at that. Shit, I don't know why everything blows up right now. I keep going like, does that blow up? And the answer is yeah, they all blow up, Sean. What are you doing? And you rocket away. An egg? Oh, no. Oh, bother. Teleportanium? I don't want that. Oh, it's a wand. Okay, so this is... I mean, so this is gonna deal... This is 2 shots of 3 damage. This is 2 shots of 5 damage with a longer cast delay. Covered in a little blood, which in this game for some reason is like really good. Blowing stuff up. Okay, that's pretty cool. You know, I will say, I think I was enjoying the game more when I was being more reckless and going down deeper faster. Oh, come on. I want the heart. Is this the way I have to go in? I haven't really got anything good this run. But it seems like such a mistake to try to not, like, hang around at low level and gather up more money and get better stuff. You know what I mean? Is it a spoiler-free stream? Zossi? I would encourage you to spoil right now. Feel free to. Because it seems like a skill and experience-based game and less like a linear one. Sounds like Dana needs to be more reckless. Yeah, no. I'm always too cautious in the games I play. It's a big problem I struggle with. Ugh. Oh, it's a chest. Oh. That actually feels way better than I thought it would. This just throws bomb with 3 capacity. Fuck. Oh my god. Get me out of here. Ah. I can't actually get out of here. Boy, did I hit the wrong button. Alright, time to escape. Yeah, I've been using water to get rid of toxic for a million years. One shot, one kill. Oh, 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 oh! That was pretty scary. Let this burn through. Ah, feels good. I just kept running out of running out of tools. Oh, is this not wood all the way down? Oh, okay, so there's no way down here. Because, I mean, like, right now I'm at, like, 250. I'm just looking for a way out. Alright, I'm now more flammable. Good. This game just teaches you that it's important for your clothes to always be drenched in water, but ideally blood. Holy Mountain. Tantalus Gaming just gifted just a pair. Just a pair of Submaronis, Tantalus. Thank you very much for that. Thank you very, very, quite so much. Boy, I'm sleepy too, Desper. I need to up my blood sugar. I think it might be yogurt time. Whoa! Gotta be generous with gifting, or conservative with your gifting. I would say you're being very generous, Tantalus, so thank you. Spiral shot? Summon rock spirit. Hey, what are we doing? Hey, nope, nope, nope. Get out of there. Get back to there. Because generous gifting, hold my beer. Should wait a minute. Yeah, this is fine. See that, Zossie? I didn't get the teleportitis. I did not. Don't care. Ah. Okay. Okay. Oh shit. Fuck. I mean, I really love the bouncing burst. Maybe this is better. So I have a digging thingy. Oh my god. You know, oh, I completely forgot about this. Yao Man was asking about machine learning, since I think I got the machine learning project from earlier. Someone, don't remember who, to suggest Monte Carlo methods, which seem to do a good job so far. Could do machine learning to try to make proper agents that can figure out if their opponent are also going to intentionally draw with a good start. Ah. What was the machine learning problem? What was the machine learning problem you were looking at? I completely forgot about that, Yao Man. But I love the fact that you posted here and someone here was like, hey, I can help with that, and then you've been jamming on it for 4 hours. That's super tight. do I actually want? Yeah, man, it says if someone should intentionally draw in a Swiss tournament to make a cut. Yeah, I mean, you can Monte Carlo that. I mean, let's see. How would I do that? Yeah, I mean, you could actually just... Let me think here. I mean, wouldn't you just do it as like a long-form reinforcement learning thing? Where, like, what you would do is you would feed in tournament information. You would take, like, an entire tournament, and, like, all the stack rankings of everyone would be one set of inputs, and then what everyone's records would be another set of inputs. And then you have it output win or draw as the options. Or you'd have lose in there too, because it could choose to lose a game or whatever. And then at the end, you're actually going to see everyone's rankings. And you just try to make it maximize whatever its ranking is. And then it would become an incidental problem, right? Because you would incidentally find that when you input this particular tournament format, would it more frequently say you should win, or you should lose, or you should draw? I don't think I'm going to drop any of this. I didn't realize that you could shoot that down. I gotta get the hell out of here. This is gonna be bad. See, this sort of reactive shit. Oh, that's just rusted metal. Oh, no, it's not. Boy, I got down fast. You know what? This is what we're doing. Ching 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 ching. Uh-oh. Yeah, man, it says, like, if there are X many people at round n-2 at the same score, whether it's safe most of the time to ID. Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, I mean, if you can just Monte Carlo it, like, Monte Carlo simulation, for any of you who don't know, it's just a method for computing how everything works, but in a sort of, like, learned way, instead of, like, you sitting down and doing it by hand. I mean, yeah, maybe depending on the size of the tournaments you're looking at, it could be just, like, totally fucking overkill. But I sort of did my education in machine learning completely backwards. Well, maybe I didn't do it backwards, given your definition of forward and backwards. Specifically what I'm thinking is that, like, I actually know a lot of the math because I learned it in my math degree before I ever even knew what a neural network was. You know, things like graph theory and probability and statistics and linear algebra is just, you know, coursework in a math major. I know a lot of people that use neural networks just like... They just don't know how any of that works. They're just like, it doesn't matter. Ignore it entirely. Oh shit, I'm gonna die. So, like, yeah, I did the math, and then I skipped over, like, things like Monte Carlo's tree search and all that sort of shit. I went straight into the juicy neural network shit. Ooh, yeah! Ooh, we can get more balls. You know what? I haven't summoned a rock monster. What? Oh my god, I don't have enough mana for... Okay, fuck it. Fuck, I'm not clicking the right thing. It's like the last thing I learned was like Monte Carlo tree search and stuff. Holy shit, that's just a thing that goes off? Fuck, I ran out of... Oh, God! Get me out! Oh! Ah! 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 Fucking... Fuck, I'm on fire! Oh, shit. 4 health? Alright, I guess that gold is never meant to be, huh? Alright, it's time to get out. Oh, there was a dude there. Alright, so let's look at some of the neato stuff we have. Yeah, I mean, like, this sort of thing always feels fun, right? It's just such a long amount of time. Where's my low cast time? Oh, what is this? A dripping ball of poisonous slime? Oh. So this has a capacity of 6 with a pretty quick reload time. I actually think so I don't really need this one. So if I took this and added in the other things that I do have, what is this? It's just 8 damage. These are mystery things. This is slime. Should I actually invest in this slime? 20 mana drain is just like so much. It's not a huge explosion radius. It's kind of slow projectiles too. Ah. Seems not good. But here's what I think is good. I actually don't really want these. That's nice, huh? That seems nice, huh? Yeah, I mean, I don't really know what to do with these balls. I mean, this also doesn't seem... Is there any other crazy thing that I might want? Hey, what is this? A somewhat peculiar, bouncy, explosive bolt. Yeah, maybe I do want one of these. I think the wand is bad. So let me go to my wands. How often do you watch SC2 anymore? A couple times a week. Quite frequently. So I kind of want this, but for the... whatever the hell these are. I think this is kind of what I want to do. Like this, maybe. Oh, it's reverse gravity blasters. Oh, this is horrible in here. I mean, like, super don't need this one. This one, like, super sucks. Alright, great. Oh, shit. Alright. What is this? Edit wands everywhere. Extra perk. Oh, I see what that does. Okay, well, that's fine. So that icy air hurts, huh? Oh, God. Is there a game that you say has replaced that SC feeling you watch, and you watch that more? No. No, I mean, like, nothing replaces the feeling, for sure. And there's a reason why that genre is so different from other genres. You know, it just elicits a different kind of look to the game and different kinds of goals for people. I mean, I think it's super cool. Oh, shit. I did not know that could work that way. I would say that, like, I of course wind up watching other things more, but it's not because there's something that just replaced the feeling, you know? For example, I like tacos and I like hamburgers, but hamburgers do not replace my love for tacos. Blue and red liquid drops. Red means I'm covered in blood. Blue means I'm wet. That's got to be hurting that guy, huh? Still watching Korean shows? Oh, yeah. I've been recently watching Hotel Del Luna, which I like quite a bit. It's pretty good. I gotta get back into that. Once I clean myself out of my squalor. Oh, that's cool. Once you crack it, it becomes much more crackable. So I gotta crack this one. Maybe I should have gotten the knockback. That could be helpful with this thing. Did you finish Hotel Del Luna? I have not yet. Amoral Zombie, my fellow K-drama watching. Where's your gold? I don't actually have any sort of interesting tactical stuff. Like, the best is when I had, like, the teleport and, like, the fire. Some of these getting through. Alright, so this one digs through, huh? I'm hiding. You can't see me. You can't see me. You can't see me. Alright, what is the thing that I just got? This is blood mist. Oh, okay. Can I hit this guy? Oh, there's no way you're that accurate. Are you kidding me? You're just a machine. This is the way we're gonna do it, everyone. This is the way we're gonna do it, everyone. Get in the water. Get in the water. Get in the oil. Whew. Do you have an activity plan when your friends visit? Probably sitting there and looking at each other, man. It's gonna be a gas. Alright, I'm getting out of here, man. But yeah, nothing dramatic or interesting. What in the hell is this? New wand with... What's this? 0.08, 0.35. This actually seems like a better wand than this one. Oh, I don't know. So much blood on him. So let me do this. Shit. Chase the money. Follow the money. money's raining down. Money and blood. Fuck! I could have dodged it. Damn it. Damn it, damn it. I could have run. Hi, Dispy. Yeah, I need to replace your box. You've been so much more irritable since the box has opened up. I gotta say, the game is losing its luster a little bit for me. Surface exploration. I walked all the way to the left and saw an egg, Zossie, and that was a. Then I was like, I'm good. Oh, I'm gonna get some yogurt. Ah, a little blood sugar. A little blood sugar. You can go really far left and right. That sounds pretty cool. I'm gonna go really far left. I'm gonna do it. Yeah, I get a little. This is a problem I've had with a lot of roguelike games where I feel there needs to be enough breadth. You know? Paladins, I don't think this game is meant to be played 4 hours straight. That could be. That could be it. I do have kind of a weird experience with a lot of games because I do wind up just sitting here and playing them for extremely long periods of time. Cormac says, watching Day 9. Play and soon watching both this stream and Tasteless Artosis and KSL. When is that on? Is that on before midnight? Alright. Alright. In like 5 minutes? What? What? $10 monies. Gotcha. Alright, Zossie, is there other places I can go? I mean, this is just a little weird. This game should not change at all. I mean, it... Gotta go underground and then get out from underneath. Ah. What the hell? Holy shit, what the fuck? Like, I'll describe that maybe the game feels a little bit like the experience I had when I played Void Bastards, where I had a really good 6 hours, and then I was sort of like, I feel kind of like I got it. Oh, Jesus. Well, good thing I kept those bombs so I can get out here. God, I don't know why it just keeps closing and reopening. That's kind of a funny use case. Alright, let me polish off this yogurt. This is for the blood sugar, you know. Drunk Terrence says, I downloaded Void Bastards after watching Sean play, but it gave me the worst anxiety. I tried it again like a week later, and it made it like 10 minutes. This is an issue I think exists in like first-person games compared to third-person or, you know, platformers like this, where I can see my whole body. And I can see everything around me in all directions. And so this kind of makes me go, oh, there's a dude there. How can I get up to here, huh? I feel like the implication is that I can get there. Your money. Your money, Sonny. Oh, what's our best way through here, huh? Do I need to get a digging tool? The Void Bastards did give me a little bit of a angsty stress sometimes. Where's your money, honey? This isn't very good, is it? Ooh. Farrakis says, I'd recommend looking up the world map of this game later if you don't mind spoilers. I'm gonna do that right now. Noita world map. I don't know if this is the world map. So I can open it up over here. Well, that looks hideous. Copy image address. Alright, let's see if we bring this up. Okay, huh. Let's see. Wow. Alright, so enter the collapsed mines. So I've been to underground jungle. That's where I was. Sand caves really deep, V-shape. Huh. What's orb? Orb, magical temple? Orb? I wonder what that is. I wonder what this is, huh? That's pretty cool. However, I will note that, like, you know, as I'm playing, I'm experiencing this again and again and again. Just like this again and again and again. Oh yeah, the mines. And if you go left, there's the collapsed mines. I see. And coal pits, and fungal caverns, frozen depths. So I've just been doing this. Vault 21. See, again, I think that this is neat, but, like, you know, let me see if I can close this, open this, click on this. Like, so I'm going to explain sort of what I'm feeling going through here, is that there were a few moments of novelty that occur in this first act, but, like, Right now when I look, I'm like, oh, okay, so this wand shoots way slower than this. I think this is probably better. Ah, shit. And I sort of have this feeling of, yeah, I've experienced it. You know, I'm starting off with the same stuff every time. I do like the general slow pace of things. Like a lot. Wait, am I on the other side of the tree here? Probably not. Let's see here. Lollipop. Lollipop says, I think it's interesting this game has a lot of stuff very similar to Dead Cells, but interests me way less. Dead Cells has a smaller amount of variety in terms of weapons, but the gameplay feels super fun and the mechanics feel like it allows for playing with various different weapons, whereas with this, it feels like for the first few playthroughs, you're experimenting with all different... you're experimenting with all kinds of new things you find, but once that luster dies out, you're probably going for the same mix of spells. Yeah, I mean, I actually think that there's an axes problem here. Oh, shit. In that, like, okay, I mean, look at my wand. I have cast time, I have recharge time. Cool. I have mana and mana charge speed and capacity. I think this is all fine. And I'm sure the spread is probably more relevant later. But, like, this is not a huge amount of wiggle room to work with. Like, the example I like for axes is, like, in a MOBA, in a multiplayer online battle arena. Imagine if you just had deal damage and stun. There was nothing else. There was no other words in the game. Berserkian. Okie dokie. Wow. There were no other words in the entire game. You could make a spell that deals damage, or a spell that maybe stuns for 3 seconds, or you could make a spell that deals a little damage and stuns for like 1.5 seconds, and then you're kinda out. Right? You're kinda out of stuff. And with these different types of axes, you have different ways that in the same situation different heroes would solve that problem in different ways. And what I'm kind of feeling here is that a lot of the weapons don't quite have enough axes to them. There doesn't seem like there's enough. You know, like, this thing generates blood. Like, I mean, that's actually such a weird and abstract axis that, like, I don't know if that's bad or good, or if I should be happy about that, or, like, not care. Like, I actually don't even know how to evaluate it. And so a lot of it is just, like, how much damage does this generate? But, you know, there's really archetypical axes that RPG-type games have used since the dawn of RPG time. You know, like, this deals fire damage, this deals ice damage, and here are enemies that are weaker to one or the other, or etc., etc. Or, you know, continuing on this train of thought, I really want to be able to get through here. Oh? Yeah, continuing on this train of thought, there could be, you know, more pronounced, unique behavior from a lot of the monsters. Because, you know, a lot of the monsters that fly, they just sort of generally fly at you. Some deal damage in slightly different ways, but, like, it feels quite different in Dark Souls, even though I literally have the exact same ability in Dark Souls. In Dark Souls, I am hit with sword. Like, I actually just like playing with the short sword a lot. So I just hit with sword. And all these enemies feel different because they have all these different patterns. The patterns are there in this game. but they don't feel as apparent and as different than in something like a Dark Souls. So, you know, I'm bringing up Axes, I'm bringing up Dark Souls for the statement. I feel like I'm doing kind of the same thing. Like, these little purple guys kind of feel the same as the dogs. Kind of feel the same as the standing dudes with knives. Because a lot of the dudes feel the same, and because there doesn't feel like there's that many axes in, like, you know, say the first 2 stages that I feel like I'm working with, that I have access to, I kind of feel like I'm using the same tools against the same people a lot. Now that said, there's a lot of this environmental stuff that's like super, super sweet. Oh shit, I gotta get over here. Like, you know, this whole, oh god, I gotta get away from that. Like, this whole, I need water to put out the fire, so I catch fire and I need to go find water. Little moments like that are actually quite fun. I sincerely do quite like those. I mean, it's something to dig. Agropay says, to be fair though, Dana hasn't found some of the best wands. That's sort of my I think that checks out with sort of how I'm feeling as I'm playing. As I'm like, I feel like I'm seeing the same things over and over again. I feel like there's got to be more to wand life than this. Oh, I see. There's exits just peppered along the entire layer. So you really do just go down, huh? Okay, fine. Dude, why have I angered the god? I knew I should have gotten to 2. Oh, god. Is this an enemy? What is this? Yeah, and you know, I'm gonna just talk about like the emotional moment I'm having right now. Okay, so overall, like, now that I've played the game for, let me new game it, refresh it. I think I'd say that, okay. Oh, man. Okay, so now that I have played the game for, let's see, it's 6:20, so about, you know, 5-ish hours, probably a little bit more. What do I think about it? So, I'm going to give it 2 different ratings. One is the fact that this is early access, so I feel some obligation to evaluate it as an incomplete product. The other evaluation is, let's assume that this is a complete product, and what do we think of that? I think as a complete product, I would probably give this game a 6 out of 10. And of course, these are a little subjective because maybe you really like grand strategy games, so you would just never want to play this. Or maybe you love roguelikes and you devour them constantly, and this is a really good one. This is just sort of my personal rating for me. I'd probably give it like a 6 as a complete product, because, and again, I'll do the Crates Optimum says still in early access, I think, though. Yes, that's what I was saying, is that I'm going to give 2 ratings. One is the as a complete product, one is a incomplete product. So before any of you are just like, oh, but it's, I mean, that's why I prefaced with everything I just said. I would still give it, I think it's important to give a, if this is a complete game, rating for things, because I've seen this happen before, where there's a game that has a lot of potential and gets reviewed very well before release by testers because they see the potential of what it could be, and the devs hear that and they're like, oh my god, we are good as we are right now. They interpret it as a present tense thing. And so I say that not because I necessarily feel an obligation to the developers or that anyone, who's just paying money to play a game needs to do anything. But more so just that this is something that I've just been thinking about in the last, year or so. So again, I give it a 6 out of 10 for the following reason. That with a roguelike game, I think that the very 2 basic things that you can do is, one, you make the okay, so if you are a roguelike, it means that I'm going to be playing through the same shit again and again and again and again and again and again. So where do I get the variety from? If this is a linear single-player game like the 2013 Tomb Raider, which I loved a lot, you get the variety because the first section is different from the second, and the second's different from the third, and so on with the fourth and fifth and sixth and whatever. You just keep changing it. But with a roguelike, what are the very 2 basic ways in which you get variety? One is the breadth. When you enter Zone 1, there are 170 possible things that can happen, and you're only going to see 10 every single time you play. So, second way is the depth, which would be, okay, well, it's going to take you 7 hours to die. So even though there's not a lot of stuff in Section 1, you just don't encounter it that many times. You just keep going all the way to the very, very end. So I think a lot of roguelikes have the die fast, try again sort of thing, which, I appreciate to some degree. I think about Risk of Rain 2, which has some very nice aiming and shooting and just basic joy of 3D combat sort of advantages that it gets. So, okay, I'm going to come back to Noita. What is Noita like in just these first 2 sections, which, as you see, I've been repeating a lot. I'd give it a 6 out of 10 because on the pluses, there's just a lot of insane moment-to-moment things that happen with the fully destructible environments, with the simulations, a lot of the, oh my god, this thing's on fire, and you sort of have to react to that. Ha 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 ha, that's like really, really cool. But, I mean, it's kind of the same enemies. You learn to avoid, wood and fire. And I don't really feel like I'm having that many different weapons, really. And that's about that kind of feels like the encapsulation of what most of my experience wound up being. So I'd say 80%, 90% of my time was same weapons versus same enemies. Why did I subject myself to fighting against these enemies more? Oh my god, actually, I guess my evaluation is a little bit bumpy because normally I like to take time to reflect upon this, but fuck it, we're doing it live. There's this great thing that Mark Rosewater talks about all the time, that my professor at USC talked about all the time, which was you need to make the player do the fun thing. If there is a good thing to do that isn't the fun thing to do, players will learn the good thing to do. And then they'll stop having fun with your game. And God, does that really feel like the driving factor behind what happened with me. I was running around recklessly, going deeper really fast, being broke, getting to the end of the mission, getting to this shop, seeing these cool items, trying these cool combinations out. And then I went, dude, if I just had more gold, I could buy more stuff. So instead of just starting the game and descending, I started and I would go down, and then you see I'd go left and right, and then down, and then kind of left and right, and then down, and then kind of left and right. And I would feel like I wanted to wander around. In Enter the Gungeon, it is sort of presumed that you're going to wander through the whole dungeon area, or almost the entire dungeon area. In this game, I don't know if that's the expectation, but it sure felt like I had to just keep wandering around here until I went, oh, fuck, I think I'm good, and then leave and go on to the next one. And I think that's when my fun started to dip, because I was spending all this time trying to find more mobs to kill so that I could pick up their little golden nuggets so that I could have a better chance in the deeper levels. And I think that maybe I was overdoing it a little bit, that maybe I should have backed off a touch and maybe gone for the level completion sooner. But I sort of wound up in this, what I felt like was this rut where, well, I mean, I gotta stay here, because I gotta keep trying to find better wands, and I gotta keep trying to find better, find more gold. And I'm still just sitting here with my purple gun. And so that meant that the variety stopped for me. I've talked about the axes that I think are there with the wands. They don't feel especially rich in the first two acts. I also personally just really struggle with a lot of charge-based things. That's like, I don't know if this is for you, but for me, I'm like a hoarder. I'm like, all right, well, if I have 25 charges on this thing, this is not a gun that I can just use. I have to just use the other gun most of the time. Maybe this is like every once in a while. So that's I feel like my evaluation of some of the variety that comes from roguelike aspects. It felt very samey, and it felt like I was motivated to go get gold, which made me stay in the same areas that were also samey, which sort of exacerbated the thing. Okay, second one, which is the combat. Just the good old-fashioned basic combat. Yeah, enemies kind of feel samey. Some of them are way stronger, some of them are way weaker. I feel like I'm generally doing more or less the same types of maneuvers. Which can work. It can work. I just sort of feel like, again, there needs to be some sort of like feeling of richness there. Like, let's say you don't change enemy movements at all. Some of them float, some of them walk, some of them jump. That's about it. What do you do with that? Well, actually, that's kind of fucking hard if you do that. But, still, you could do things like, this enemy is weak to frost, this enemy is weak to fire, and you have fire. And you go see one of the ones that's weak to fire, and you're like, perfect, and you get into position. But then you see the one that's weak to frost, and you go, oh no, I now have to do some problem solving. You have to figure some stuff out. Like, for me, it just felt a lot like aim, shoot, aim, shoot, aim, shoot. I'm going to play another run. Pilot Evan says that exists in the game. Wouldn't have known it. And again, I think that's let's assume that the systems are in the game. It's so difficult for me to like see this sort of stuff in action, There's some really blunt, intuitive ones, for instance, which is like, okay, this dude's on fire and you can like throw water at him. Cool. I think that it's that happens often when a game is incomplete, that there are systems that are there that the player does not know because the player cannot feel it. Like here's one of the simplest examples. In Overwatch, do you know headshots exist? You want to know the way I know the headshots exist? Because when you shoot someone in the head, it goes ding, 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 and you're like, yeah. Hello, Despy. And I think the last one is I want to react to the environmental stuff. I actually feel like it is a start that is not pushed nearly far enough, and I think the procedural generation is harming the game in a lot of ways. The current procedural generation, I will say. I think it's marvelous the way that like the fire spreads and leaks through. And when I play through again, I'm going to try to like tie what I'm saying back to playthroughs that I'm having. I think it's marvelous the way it sort of plays out, but when there's just like, oh, here's an area with some wood and like a little thing that explodes. And I shoot it and it explodes and it sort of breaks through. Alright, so I just sort of like float past it. My buddy Tristan just hates everything procedurally generated. And it's always funny when I'm playing these games and I just like hear his words, which is like there's these really cool systems and really cool possibilities that can't ever get explored well enough because they just sort of procedurally smash everything in there. And when I say they, he's talking about literally anyone who's ever done anything procedural. But I think that there's really something there, and it was super not there when I was playing. Or I should say, there's really something there in terms of the potential. I really think it could go somewhere, but it was really not there when I was playing. It was neat. I think the fact that I can break through areas to get to other areas was one of the parts that I had the most negative reaction to in the entire game. Small moments, I use a bomb to knock this wood apart to get from here, from this side to that side. Some of those moments I was just like, oh, that's so awesome. I love that. Anytime that I was able to dig through any surface, I just was like, why is this in the game, right? Like, there's all this other stuff that's like, get more wands, get more spells, grow in power, grow in health, and then okay, like dig for gold, stop fighting, dig for gold. I think that it would actually be substantially stronger if it was like completely, or I should say, it wouldn't be. I would be substantially happier if it were cut. I gotta be really responsible about that. It's so bad when you're trying to react to a game and you're not sharing your reaction. You're sharing, you know what, here's what they should do. They just need to make the game for me. Listen, I give feedback. I'm sure I've done that like 6 times. I'm a little sleepy today, but now as an early access game, I would say I think there's a lot of potential. Like, it gets me really excited because games for the last 40 years have had combat with all sorts of different axes in them. There's mix and match inspiration all over the place. Like hell, Transistor, the way that spells are mixed there. I think there's a great base that could be expanded upon in amazing ways with the combat. I think that there is this incredible pixel simulation that could create some incredibly dynamic scenarios. But with a very samey enemy movement, I actually think that the speed of the enemy movement, which might make for temporarily visceral combat, is really taking away from the chance for the environment to like do much. So I'm actually going to play another run. Let's do. Continue, here I go. Okay, so let me just pretty much say everything I'm going to say with the in the feedback, but connected back to what we're saying. Okay, so I'm just going to note right here, I don't feel the same excitement that I feel in a run of Slay the Spire, where there's a thing I'm going for, right? Like, things begin unfolding extremely quickly in Slay the Spire in terms of your new possibilities. But like right now, I'm like, okay, well, I guess I'm just going to begin the grind. Due to the fact that I have encountered a lot of wands that I have found blah, and a lot of abilities I've found blah, I'm just not that excited to see this one. So I'm going to take it, and I'm going to take a peek at it. Alright, so this shoots very fast and has about the same reload time. Has a capacity of 7. That could be really nice with this combo. And this is one of the times when I start to be like, okay, this could begin to be cool. Why? Because I'm imagining like 7 of some incredibly fast-firing basic thing. Oh, shit. Now that moment where I didn't see that, I actually think that this is one of the better parts that I have in the game. When I accidentally blow something up. Like that. And the sort of fun, the sort of panic and the scramble of trying to get out of the situation. Is there any water here that I can stand in? Alright, down to 27, not good. Alright, so this is the sort of situation I wind up in a lot, where... What's the spread on this? 8 degrees. So now I'm like, okay, well, I just have to wander around and try to find enemies. I see enemies down here, which I do want to kill, but I want to make sure I don't miss any enemies. I know these guys get 2-shot by the purple gun, so I'm just doing that. Pretty straightforward. So, with procedural generation, this entire area, like this screen, feels pretty much the same as like this screen. It's just some narrow corridors. Like, this is essentially completely indistinguishable from me. And when I say indistinguishable, I mean emotionally. It feels emotionally indistinguishable for me. It's not like, oh, this is one of those open areas where this is going to be good. Ooh, this is one of these. This is going to be a big fight here. It's just a lot of thin, narrow hallways. Oh my god, I have just been terrible at not catching on fire. Dude, what in the hell? I have just been the worst at not catching fire. This is so funny. Let me give my feedback about the gameplay. And then I just, like, burn to death. Developers are like, yeah! Take that. Alright, let me try again. Alright, so, I mean, I actually don't need to treat that as a haha, like, oopsie daisies, I died. Okay, let's start our feedback over again. I do think it's pretty fun in any roguelike game if you can have these abrupt sort of deaths, right? I think that that's great. And now I'm playing again, but again, I went from a thing that shoots my purple gun twice to a thing that shot my purple gun 3 times. That's what I got. And I might say, ah, well, that run sucked, you know, whatever. But that feels like an experience that I've had quite often. Flasks feel completely uninteresting. Save for the initial water flask, because it stops me from being on fire. I have no interest in using any of the flasks. Ooh. Oh, you're alive. Okay. So things like that. I explored, I found a thing. Great. Simulations like that. Oh, dude, it's like so good. Did I get all the treasure? Like, this sort of moment is neat. Like, that thing falling, that's, like, really cool. Nice. There wasn't a lot of gameplay around that particular moment, because there's a lot of watching. I don't know what this is about. I don't know why there's guys in there. Maybe I'm supposed to be, like, excited that I can get money off them. So this area has felt unbelievably similar to the last area I've been in. A lot of these have felt really similar. Some flowing water is neat. Alright. Okay, so this Circle of Stillness, a field of freezing magic. Alright, let's try it. I have never seen this. Looks like it froze me. Or excuse me, froze my enemies. That's somewhat neat. Oh, looks like he had this cloud thing. Okay, so this is what I mean by I'm not that excited, right? So this creates rain. I'm also stuck. Oh my god. I guess the freezing field froze. This actually just seems kind of like a bug. Right. I'm just like permanently trapped. I just have to explode myself. So, ignoring the fact that there was a bug there, or it seems like I got stuck, or maybe I just don't know how to get out, but as a player, sure, I would interpret that as a bug. I got, like, you know, a cloud, which I'm like, oh, okay, you get a cloud, alright. Ha, 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 ha. Perfecto. Juice boxes, looks like a bug. Yeah. Glad to hear that. Because there's a big difference between it being a bug versus I perceive it like a bug. There's a lot of things in games that are not bugs that players are just like, dude, there's something wrong, there's the bug. Like if you have a stun, but there's no stun animation. I have an egg. Yeah, all these hallways are just so indistinguishable from each other. Doesn't have like the module feel of a lot of the Diablo 3 areas or something like that. Ooh, nice. So I think that it was over this way. Nope, wrong one. Alright, so I've been killing more or less the same mobs in more or less the same ways, just with regular old sitting and shooting. Let's see what this is going to bring. Okay, so it's a bomb. It's a bomb, and I generally am like, okay, well, I gotta conserve bombs. So I'm back to using my purple gun again, you know what I mean? Now, I'm just going to contrast this with Slay the Spire, where you get like a new card in your deck, and you get to play it the very next thing that you fight against. Probably a few times over the course of that game. I guess I'll use a bomb. What? I did not even see that it was a bomb. I was trying to click on it to figure out what was up. Is that a wand? Okay, so again, I got a fourth wand. And it's like a torch and a bomb and a bomb and a thing. Like, again, as a early access game that has... I think there's real potential here where I could get excited every run at the really sweet thing that I was good. Like, you want a sweet baby gun and you want a sweet, like, you know, teenage gun, a sweet adult gun. You know, like you want a sweet gun on your early levels and your middle levels and your late levels, and you want those to be different. And what I feel like is happening is that I literally have only one baby gun, which is this one. This is the only gun I'm going to get at these starting levels. Yay, yay, my favorite enemies to fight against. Random starting one could help. Maybe? Again, I think that the biggest issue is axes. If there's not a lot of... If there's just not a lot of mix and match possibilities, it almost doesn't matter. Oh, come on. I mean, things like this where I'm like trying to shoot at this guy and it, like, I can't. And I'll actually note, I know exactly where my frustration's coming from right now. My frustration is happening not because that death was necessarily frustration or frustrating in and of itself. I am not frustrated that a derpy death occurred and I'm like, ugh. I'm frustrated because kind of deep down I know that when I hit this new game button, it's going to be so long until I get some cool combination. Either I'm going to have to be really deep or I'm going to have to get really lucky. And again, it's not the death in and of itself. Like, I didn't really feel that much tension or stakes. Oh, what is this? It's taco night. I gotta order tacos. Yeah, so again, I want to be clear. If I was really excited about the really awesome gear I have, it would feel tense to be at 1 hit point. Oh my god. What the fuck? Dude, I went to just put in my usual order. And it was like, hey, we want to let you know a whole bunch of stuff could be shut down due to the P&G power outage. It's like kind of funny. Anyways. Yeah, if there's like a lot of really awesome stuff that I have on me and I'm at 1 health, I'm going to be like, God, I need to stay alive because I need to keep this power trip going. I need to keep this awesome feeling going. Instead, I'm like, nothing. I'm not getting anything cool. Oh, okay, I died to something, etc., 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 etc. The same. Like this moment here where I throw this down, I gotta remember that for whatever reason it just loves to make this sort of stuff roll. Like everything right here that just happened was awesome. Oops. Even me catching fire and then me being like, oh my god, a dude, give me your money. You didn't drop money? What? That was awesome. I blew a hole through. It caused some environmental effects that I had to be careful of. Oh, I have Circle of Stillness, which I actively hate as an item, which I restarted because there was a bug. Ah, damn. I'm sort of beating the dead horse here, but... Tis my moment to win gameplay. And I really do think that's, like, you know, sameness is one of the biggest problems that roguelike games have and will have for the foreseeable period of time. It's just so easy to, like, make something that's a pretty polished, narrow experience. And by easy, I mean, like, an easy trap to fall into, is to make a really narrow, polished experience and be like, ah, we got it. Oh, hell yeah. Okay, so this is at least a little exciting. I like this one, but like this is experientially pretty similar to my purple gun, but that's okay. It bounces around. I like that. There's another Wando. And it's a bomb, which feels useless to me, but I'll get this. This is kind of neat, but once you've seen that, like, and you're prepared for it, I mean, you just walk away from it. Who else is be my math tutor? Yeah, man, what do you need? I'll tutor you, dude. Oh, shit. See, like, this environmental moment was cool, dude. Oh, I didn't need to do that. Huh. Who'd have thought? Rain cloud. Oh, come on, man. Collapsed mine art looks pretty much the same as the other one. What is that down there? Why can't I pick that up? Well, whatever. Dude, Skelemans are so tough. Holy fucking shit. So I'm gonna be in like super try-hard mode. Just trying to get to the end of the level. See, like, how awesome would this be if I had, like, all these perks and abilities and cool stuff? That I was, like, desperate to keep alive, and I was like, oh my god, yes, I got there! You know, like, this is what makes me just get excited about what the game could be. Okay. A short-lived magical bolt. Capacity 3137. Can I afford any of this shit? Firebolt with a firebolt. Like, I mean, something like this, it actually just doesn't even make sense to me. When, like, I see 5 bombs in a row. Okay, so it's just gonna go bomb, 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 bomb. Like that, like, maybe in the later stages of the dungeons that, like, makes so much sense. It's just, like, the way it is. Always casts... Alright, I don't get to see it. Sure, let's buy this thing. Oh yeah, so I want... Do whatever. This is our shitty wand, huh? Because this is a double spell, and I have nothing that I'd necessarily want to double. If I do this, this just shoots really fast. And this one is... If I do this... Yeah, I mean, like, I'm just, I feel so disappointed right now. I don't know. Try green bolts on the second wand you have? Oh, yeah, see, this is the thing. See, that is awesome. That is actually legitimately so cool. I'm like, dude. Why can't... Oh, like, I love that. Like, when I had, like, mega bubbles, that was hilarious. I actually feel like for the last hour and a half, I've had no cool... I've just gotten nothing of the cool shit. I feel like what I want is a whole bunch of cool shit, but occasionally I can get to God moment, you know? I think I'm good on this game. I think I'm good. Shapeshifter says, do you think you may be focusing too much on collecting money? I have two answers for you, Shapeshifter. Two answers. I think my first answer is I'm probably focusing on it too much, but also the second one is like, dude, if it's good and correct to get the money, then I feel like, you know, it's not like money's bad. Not like, you know, oh, you got too much money and it hurt you in the long run. It just, the game feels like the more money I get, the better. And so I feel like I learned to do something that was bad. Learned. This is my story. Hope everyone has a good weekend. I don't know why. I think I'm a little pooped. I think I'm a little poo-pooed. A little bit poo-pooed. I had an excellent and successful and productive week. C. Lacanth says, as per the anecdote earlier, a player will usually find the best way rather than the most fun. Yeah. Anyone else have any fun weekend plans? For some reason, my energy level dropped precipitously, like, just in the last 30 minutes. But that's good, because it's Friday. Dude, I'm going to clean tonight, and then tomorrow morning I'm going to get up, I'm going to clean, because we have guests on Saturday night. Kelp says, I liked Riven with Shauna Lee yesterday. God, was that ever sick. Was that ever sick? Oh my God, is Riven not an incredible game? Ooh. Valiant Thor's heading to a winery tomorrow for some wine tasting and planning my D&D campaign. Oof. Apo Koala moving into the new house. Yeah! Woo! Yeah. Congratulations, Apo Koala. Get that whole house. Man, get that whole house. Get yourself a whole house. Farmer's Market tomorrow for some fresh food, man. Fuck yeah. Well, let's listen to some good music, everyone. Much love to all of you. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.